Well, the biggest concern is the industry has been using the number 2 lock and key for 50 years. And 25, 30 years ago, it didn't make any difference. Now, you've got some real high-tech, expensive equipment in the cabinet, and it's a cybersecurity issue, not just a physical security issue. I'm Guerry Bruner with ASSA ABLOY Opening Solutions. I'm the ITS and Unmanned Infrastructure and Program Manager, and I'm based in Atlanta, Georgia. ASSA is a really large global company, so the group that I work with is basically digital access solutions. It's a little different for us. Instead of doing a commercial office building, we're putting access control on a traffic cabinet. So we're here at ITE in Detroit to show how we can improve securing the traffic infrastructure by eliminating the number 2 lock and key and providing electronic intelligent keys and electronic access control into a cabinet. Traditionally, the access control has been card access. You're issued a card, it's assigned to you, and the doors that you have access to. So we could put a card reader on a cabinet, and that's how we started. But now we've moved into something a little bit more intelligent, such as an intelligent key. So where I've got a key that opens that door, and it works just like a card. I program that key to be yours, and you have access when you're supposed to have access, and I record that access into the cabinet. But now we've also got partners that are using things like an NFC tag that you put on the cabinet, that I'll walk up to the cabinet, use my mobile device, read the NFC tag, and if I'm approved to be in that cabinet, it'll unlock the door for me. I originally thought that the mobile devices and access control credential was not going to go very far. I'm completely wrong on that, because now it seems to be the preferred method. It can be a multi-factor authentication. So it can be not only the phone itself, your PIN number, maybe your finger, maybe your face. We worked with partners like Applied Information and the Glance system. Where there's a Glance system in place, all you need to do is add their lock control unit and our lock, and you're done. And you can control that with your mobile device and through the software to control the Glance system that's already controlling traffic intersections. They know from an IT perspective, it's a cybersecurity issue. And if you look at a NEMA standard such as TS 40008, that is physical and cybersecurity for ITS. So you can't really have one without the other. Secondly is obviously the cost of the material inside of a cabinet is very high. They pay pretty well for that technology, and they got to protect it. You don't want to open up a traffic cabinet and see a switch there that's got an IP address and subnet masking gateway right there on the switch, and protect it with a $30 lock and a $5 key that I can buy on the internet. One of the things that we've tried to do is really get involved in the industry. And to get into traffic, it didn't make sense for us to just try to sell locks. We wanted to understand the market and get more involved in the market, so we joined NEMA. I was the chair of the technical committee for NEMA TS 40008 to rewrite that standard. We also got pulled into the new ATC cybersecurity standard, which says no number 2 locks, getting involved in helping drive the standard for better security and better protection of the network infrastructure that a city, a county, or state utilizes.